Hello everyone, welcome back to the Catholic Gamer Dude Plays XCOM2. We're gonna jump right in and take a look at Dr. Tigan here.
Impressive, isn't it? Capable of generating immense power, yet completely harmless to human life. If only the same could be said for the rest of the aliens' technology. Commander. Dr. Richard Tigan, Chief Science Officer. I am responsible for the entirety of our research here, as well as the procedure you so recently underwent. Welcome to my lab, such as it is. I'm not sure what Central may have told you, but we found something while removing you from the alien stasis suit. A device implanted directly in your occipital lobe. Had I access to the equipment available to me during my tenure at Advent, I would already know the precise nature of its function. However, given time and your approval, of course, Commander, I assure you, I will find out. Which brings to light an additional point. Though aspects of this facility are indeed impressive, I am but one man. Were you to direct additional support personnel and resources to me, I could substantially improve the speed of all our research. Farewell, Commander. On your order, Commander. I will begin researching the Advent chip for possible insights as to its function.
Okay, so basically we have to do this research right here, and so we're just gonna go ahead and do that.
Begins immediately, Commander. I'll contact you when I have a full report available.
That research will keep Tigan busy for a while. In the meantime, you might want to head down to the armory.
Alright, so after viewing that, we're gonna go straight to the armory.
Commander, Jane Kelly was instrumental in the op to get you back.
Yeah.
She earned enough experience for a promotion. We should take care of that now.
Okay.
The Ranger serves as our primary reconnaissance unit, capable of moving independently in concealment while engaging enemies at close range.
The sword looks really cool, but starts to fall off towards the late game. But that shotgun, that just never gets old. And once we upgrade it, assuming she lives, it's gonna be awesome.
We're off to a good start. Our troops will only get stronger as they gain experience.
Alright, now we're gonna move on to the bridge.
I heard you, Shen. When we get the thing, you'll be the first to know.
Attention. Unauthorized presence detected.
Commander, give me a second. Execute Echelon Protocol.
Attention. Senior command exchange confirmed.
I had wanted that to be a little more ceremonious, but we've got something. A local resistance cell just located this hybrid magnetic power converter that Shen's been pushing us to find. They tracked the device to a nearby Advent convoy and are attempting to take it down. If we can bring this converter back in one piece, we might actually get this place up and running and give the aliens a real war for a change. The squad is prepped and ready to launch on your order, Commander. Just give the word.
Alright, so we're gonna move on to this next operation here. And don't have a lot of say over who I'm taking or what they're equipped with at the moment. Memory serves. So we're just gonna go ahead and get on moving. Introduce you to the squad here. Here's Rookie. Gosh. Here we go. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Bring it. Making their first appearance is Rookie Jisukjin, or Big Nose, as he's nicknamed. One of our Korean reality stars on here. And for you Firefly fans, here's a Rookie Shepherd Book, the Reverend. Looking good. And another one of our reality star friends, Rookie Yu Jae-suk, or Jae-suk Yu for you English uncivilized people. Rookie Yu Jae-suk as the Grasshopper. Good stuff. Alright. Off we go.
With resistance forces in the area have gone dark, which can only mean one thing. These people sacrificed everything to give us this shot. We need to recover that converter at all costs.
Alright, so just something to keep in mind about this mission. This could quite possibly be the hardest mission on classic difficulty when you have the tutorial running. And here's why. I'm almost positive it was designed for normal difficulty. So if you see a kind of cut come after this scene, it basically means that I've basically replayed it until I can get through it. Because it's a story mission, you can't fail it. You just basically keep trying to do it until you complete it. But we'll see what happens. This will be the only time that would actually happen, because if we start it over, then you have to go through all the movie scenes again, and that would just be pointless. So we're just going to go ahead and roll with it and see how we do.
Commander, getting a fix on the device, but it looks like it may have been damaged during the fight. Energy readings are going crazy. I'm guessing we don't have much time before it explodes. Shen's working on a way to stabilize that thing, provided we can get close enough to access its core. Stay in the shadows until we can get a better read on the situation.
Alright, so basically we are in concealment. We're going to move everybody up. And basically our objective is to try to get to that converter in 8 turns. Now, what makes this really difficult, and honest, I haven't really figured out the best way to do this. Actually, this layout looks like it's changed somewhat. Yeah, actually it has. I guess they've updated it since then. Huh. Interesting. Well, that's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. Still, time is of the essence. We want to get up here, and we want to take this out. Or not take it out, but basically capture it as quickly as possible. And we have some pretty low-level troops to do it with, so we want to move up quickly.
Moving out. Orders confirmed. On the move. Moving out.
Confirmed.
Now, typically you'd want to put your troops behind some cover of some kind, but, like I said, time is of the essence. So we want to move up and find... Alright, so we found the troops. Okay, so it looks... This actually looks fairly similar to the map.
Commander, we have a chance to do some serious damage here. Before jumping into combat, let's make sure we make the most of our advantage.
Alright, so we want to move in as far as we can without tripping the enemy. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's move everybody up. Gonna get everybody over as quickly as possible.
Running.
On my way.
But we can't take too much time to set up this ambush. Fortunately, they're coming towards us. And we've got another set of troops up here. We saw them just out of our line of sight, but we can go ahead and try to pick them off, I think. This is going to be a bit tricky because we can't really train our focus on... We can't focus fire down these guys because a couple of our guys are out of position. But we're going to make the best of it. Excuse me. Alright. So, which one do we want to take out first? Do we want to take out the commander? Or do we want to take out the trooper? I think we want to take out the trooper. Where does our friend go? If he goes that way, but Shepherd Book can come up, but he's gonna. Oh, we've got 2 officers. That is not good. If I were to move here, we gotta be sure we can set this up properly. If I move here, then Yujisuk can fire on these guys. Actually, both of these guys can fire. Focus fire down. Question is, do I reveal those guys as well? I guess we're gonna find out.
Position confirmed.
Doesn't look like we've tipped them off yet. So I think we can have an opportunity to do some serious damage here. We'll go here, put these guys on Overwatch, here.
I've got my eyes on.
And then, let's see. Overwatch, and then... Excuse me, I cannot shake these allergies today. Alright, let's go ahead and take down this Advent Trooper real quick. Oh, we missed. That's bad.
Target's still up.
We'll just have to see what happens.
They found us.
These guys make up the bulk of the Advent forces we've dealt with. They're disciplined and well-equipped, but their obedience makes them predictable.
Oh, good stuff. Jane Kelly, who's a senior, whiffed on that shot, but they managed to take out everybody else on the process. Good stuff. Alright. Having said that, now the fun begins, because we got those two troops right there, and if memory serves, we got at least another pod who's kind of walking around somewhere back here. So we have to figure out what we're going to do next. And I think what we do is we move Shepherd Book in here. Right there. And then can move Jae-suk up. And this is the part where this map gets really tricky because there isn't a lot of great cover on this particular move. You know, you can pretty much take out these guys pretty quickly, and then everything just kind of goes to pieces after that because you really don't have any place to go. Having said that, if they move up, we actually have an opportunity to kind of close the gap a bit. Let's see what happens.
On the move. Objective sighted. Okay, you should be able to hack into that thing's safety protocols and stabilize it. Shen is uploading the fix right now. I've got eyes on Advent troops.
And here they come. After a long while. This game has some very strange delays. I'm not quite sure how that's low cover, but whatever. Alright. I think we might want to set up an ambush. Alright, so that's high cover. There's no place to actually move out to take that stuff out, I think. So, what can Shepherd Book do here? Can he throw a grenade and get that? No. Alright. What I think we can do is kind of get Big Nose into position here.
Affirmative, moving out.
Oh, gosh. He can see them now. That's not good. Rats. That is strange. I wonder why you can see them here, but not there. Okay. Right. That is not nearly as good as I was hoping it would be. Alright. Let's see here. I'm gonna put you on Overwatch there, Grasshopper. And then gonna hunker you down.
Maintaining position.
I'm gonna pull Jae-suk Jin over here.
Closing on target position now.
Hopefully that's just out of range so that he can't see. And then I'm gonna move Kelly up.
Affirmative. Moving out.
Ah, gosh. So you can still see him too. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna just have to hunker her down, I think. Let's go ahead. At that range, it's not gonna make that much of a difference. 4 damage, excellent. That's gonna be a long shot, but she takes him down, yeah. That's good stuff. This makes maneuvering easier. Alright, we're gonna have to book it out of that car though. Alright, so that went about as well as could be expected.
Rangers are
Oops.
uniquely equipped for close quarters combat. In the right situation, It can prove highly effective.
Yeah, here's the problem with Rangers. You can run right... I could run right up and just slash this guy. I have no idea if I'm going to reveal another pod, though. So, with that in mind... Okay. However, we do need to move Kelly and Grasshopper over here because this car is about to blow. So, what is the best course of action for this? I think... Let's see. We can move up here. That's about as far as I'm going to move up. If it trips another pod, it just trips another pod. Shepherd Book is going to throw a grenade.
Here, catch.
We got him, and then Jisukjin is going to pick up this kill, hopefully. Got him. Good stuff.
Hostile neutralized.
Alright. And it kind of gets tossed around like a ragdoll or something. I don't know. UJ Suk is going to move up here. Everyone's in pretty decent cover, so if the absolute worst case happens and he pops this pod, which he doesn't, then Jane Kelly can move up. And we've got 3 turns left to try to get up to that, the converter. Boom. Now the loot has disappeared, that's okay.
We're running out of time here. If we don't stabilize the converter soon, I don't think anybody's going home today.
Alright, so far so good. It looks pretty tight, but we've actually got quite a bit of time.
Orders confirmed, on the move.
Let's see, what is the best course of action here? We can move up. We may reveal this other pod. How far back does this go? It goes back a bit of a distance. So... we can move up. We can actually move pretty far up there. Let's go ahead and see.
Moving out.
Alright, no other pod up. Jisukjin can get to this and secure the terminal at great risk to his life because of this alley line of fire. So the absolute worst case is that he can move in and Jisukjin will be going home in a body bag. But sometimes sacrifices must be made. But we don't want to do that, obviously. We want to be able to secure that with no loss of life. Okay. I think we reload here.
Reloaded.
The next move will be absolutely crucial, so we're going to Overwatch. Here, and here, and here. Okay. Who can move up where? Shepherd Book can take up a position here.
Moving to designated coordinates.
Have not made contact with the other pod yet. I have a feeling that move will, though. So go ahead, put up UJ Suk. Really? Okay, well, that means that they could be right around here.
I'm on the move.
However, that gives us a lot more options in terms of how to secure this site. So, that's good news. Alright. Move up here.
Copy. Moving on target.
And then we have one more turn with which to secure that. So I think this will work out.
Moving to Overwatch. On Overwatch. Come and get some.
Overwatch.
Okay.
Quiet. Did you hear something? Commander, the converter is near collapse. It's about to blow.
Big Nose is gonna move up. Secure the converter.
It's worth a look.
Alright. So you begin a hack. It's just gonna tease us a bit. And then we've disarmed the detonator. Excellent.
Well done. Readings are returning to normal. Well, mostly normal. Firebrands are rude, but I wouldn't take any chances. Eliminate all remaining hostiles in the area before evac.
So we're just gonna take a turn here to rearm and put everybody in Overwatch.
Moving to Overwatch.
We're getting sound waves from up here, which means that we've got contact up ahead. And here they come. And we are just on the ball today.
Although they bear some
So here they come.
sectoids first encountered during the invasion, their genetic structure now includes human DNA. They are stronger than ever, with an even greater psionic potential.
Alright, so first on our agenda is to clear this out. So, what is the best way to go about doing that? I am not quite sure yet. Jane Kelly can't quite move up into a useful position, so we might have to put her behind a tree somewhere. Big Nose is flanked, but that's okay, because he's going to move up. Shepherd Book could get a flank shot if UJ Sook can push up that way. Big Nose can get behind this tree. I think that might be how we play this. So, are you going to see him from here? Yes, you will. Alright. Actually, I just realized it's not going to matter. Oh, we got a flank shot. Do we take the flank shot? I think we take the flank shot, because that kind of dictates what we're going to do for the rest of this turn. If Shepherd Book can pick up the kill on the sectoid, then that frees up everybody else to focus fire down on these guys. If not, we use UJ Sook, have a grenade to take out the sectoid, and then we'll just deal with whatever happens. So here goes nothing. Oh, well.
Missed the target.
Yes, you did. Alright, so Big Nose can move up.
Rolling.
And we're just going to put the sectoid out of our misery.
Grenade.
Bam. Wow, we incinerated that tree and rock and everything around it. Okay. Now, can Jane Kelly see from here? She sure can. So we might be able to take out that lead trooper by moving UJ Sook up. Now we want to keep everybody in full cover, which is what we're doing up until this point. Oh, we have a flank shot. Ooh. We do have a flank shot. Great. Kelly can move up here.
On my way.
What kind of flank? That's a weapon range flank. Oh, she can't see the lead. Ooh, she can't. She can. No, she can. Okay, never mind. All right. What was I thinking? I guess I didn't see that. Let's go ahead and light this up. We're gonna try and see if we can take out that. We can't take out the car. See, nice. What I would like to do is if I could take out the car and the box, that'd be great. But unfortunately, I can only take out the box. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, unfortunately, Grace Kelly has a shotgun shot. So it's about a 66% chance. Here's hoping. Ah. Alright. Well, unfortunately, now we're going to take 2 shots coming in. Fortunately, that first one is a miss.
I'm pinned down here.
Oh. UJ Sook takes one right on the chin. Alright, so... However, now we can move up and flank these guys. And we're gonna move up here first.
I'm on the move.
Just go ahead and finish this guy, please. Yeah. Well, that was kind of an odd fall, but sure, why not? Okay. Next up. Can Grace Kelly get there and slice and dice? Yes, she can. So, UJ Sook's already got that. Shepherd Book's already got a promotion. So, what that means is, we are just going to ruin this guy's day. Oh, it's Jane Kelly who got slashed. Oh. Wow. That is the weakest slash I've seen. Alright. UJ Sook, come on up here and finish him off, please. 85%. Good stuff. Right in the face. And that's that for Operation Ancient Omen. Whew. That one always makes my nerves. Oh. I'm very relieved that that went as well as it did. It's a shame that Kelly got shot in the face, but such is life. That could have gone a lot worse. On other previous runs, I've had to restart that mission like 8 times to get through it. So that is a very good mission.
A few of our people earned well-deserved promotions, Commander. I'm guessing Shen will probably want to have a word with you too.
Okay, so let's go see who's gotten what. Promotions. Jisukjin has become our specialist.
Advanced equipment. Specialists deploy robotic drones on the battlefield that can be outfitted for combat or field medic duty.
Alright, Jisukjin has become specialist. The Reverend has become our Grenadier. Oorah.
Serving as our demolitions experts, the Grenadiers provide heavy ordnance delivery whenever and wherever we need it.
Grenadiers become key players in our future operations because of their ability to launch grenades over long distances. And UJ Sook becomes our sniper.
Just like it sounds, our sharpshooters engage enemy targets with pinpoint accuracy from extreme range. They're also trained in pistol marksmanship for the occasional close encounter.
Alright. Good stuff. And unfortunately, Kelly's going to be out for a while.
Items should prove useful in our ongoing efforts against the aliens. When you have a moment, Commander, I have made some interesting discoveries as they relate to the implant we removed from you earlier.
Alright, so we got some goodies, and here we go. With yet even more cutscenes.
Why are you all just standing around? It's perfect. Come on, let's get it inside.
Okay, so now we're gonna go jump to engineering.
Okay, reworked your repulsors with some of the parts I salvaged from their old engine. Should fix that stabilization problem you had. Come on, Rover. It'll work. Commander! Getting our tech to talk to theirs is harder than you'd think. Lily Shen, Chief Engineer, at your service. You were probably expecting to see my father. In all that's happened, I'm guessing Central didn't tell you yet. He's gone. Dad gave everything he had to get us this far. This entire ship is his life's work. I know he would have loved to show you around the place himself. He used to talk about you a lot. You can be sure I'm ready to finish what he started. Might not look it, but from here, I can fabricate pretty much anything you come up with. And with a little more help, well, you'd be amazed with what I can do. It was an honor to finally meet you, Commander. I can't promise any miracles, Commander, but I should be able to put some of this stuff together in no time at all. I'd suggest we get started with a med kit. it'll probably come in handy sooner rather than later.
Alright, fine. So this is going to force us to kind of build a medkit, which, quite frankly, is kind of useless at this point because people usually take one-shots, one kill. In that last mission, Jane Kelly was a bit of an exception. I expected her to die, honestly, but here we go.
I'm on it, Commander.
Looks like Tygan has made progress on his research. We should meet him in the lab.
Alright, so we're moving on back to the lab.
So much of my own research based upon this simple design. If only I had known. Ah, Commander, excellent timing. There's been some progress. I've managed to break down several key components of the chip implanted into your skull. My analysis reveals that its primary function was that of a conduit, passing a vast amount of data directly to your cerebral cortex. With the primary connection severed, much of that data is lost. Several fragments do remain, however. Ghosts, if you will. Observe. Tactical combat simulations. War games. The sheer volume of encounters you were processing was astounding. It is truly remarkable that you survived as long as you did. Though this may seem disconcerting, there is still some good news. This chip bears a striking resemblance to a medical implant I briefly assisted in developing at the gene therapy clinic in New Providence. My understanding was that the implants were intended for high-ranking Advent officers only, captains or above. Retrieving a chip from such an officer would be the only way to know for certain. A greater understanding of these implants would undoubtedly benefit us all, Commander.
New objective added.
Alright, so our next research objective is to complete an examine an Advent officer corpse. I can talk.
The Advent officers have clearly been modified to allow for their subordinates to receive new orders psionically. The implanted chip is the key.
Alright, so if you want to read all this, you can screenshot it or pause it here. I'm going to move on. So here we go. Next thing we've got on the list is a sectoid autopsy, but we need another scientist. Advent autopsy, blah, 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 blah. Modular weapons, that's what we're going to do first, because it'll allow us to modify our weapons.
Research to be among the more intriguing options available.
Yeah.
We'll begin work immediately. I'll send word when a complete report is available.
Looks like Shen got that converter up and running, Commander. We're ready for you on the bridge.
Let's go ahead and peek in at the memorial first, because I always like to see this stuff. These guys having a couple of beers. Oh yeah, we kicked alien butt, etc., etc. Hoorah and stuff. All right, so see here, this is a new edition. It basically keeps track of the thingies that you've killed. It's pretty cool. I like that.
Just stay clear of the perimeter, understood? Commander, good. I think we got something here. Despite all of Advent's efforts, there are still people who refuse to believe their lies. And it's time we let them know they're not alone. We've already located a target for our first operation.
Sir, given our current location, there's actually no way the Sky Ranger could reach that position.
Who said anything about the Sky Ranger? Shen, status report. Are we ready?
Short answer, yes. But you might all want to hold on to something.
Okay, that's the coolest part.
Setting course for Sector 12, East Africa.
Okay, so that's the global scape.
Ready to start making moves, Commander. By hitting Advent,
All right, there's a lot of talky talk.
strengthen the resistance. In return, they'll contribute material and personnel to support our operations.
Okay, shut up. Alright, so basically, we're being directed to the next mission, Operation Stormwalk. We're going to recover an item from an Advent train, and we'll get an engineer as a reward. The difficulty is easy. We'll see if that's really true.
Commander, it looks like Shen prepped a med kit for us. We should equip one of our soldiers with it before they deploy.
Alright, so basically, the game is going to force us to take along a med kit, which I really don't like, but life is life. We're going to give it to our sniper, because the odds of him getting close enough to use a grenade are pretty slim. And it allows Shepherd Book here to keep his 2 grenades, and then the people who are going to be up front will be doing that as well. We're also bringing along, Rookie River Tam, another one of our Firefly associates. In case you're wondering, these are all custom characters that I basically created in a character pool. You have the ability to create custom characters, name them, and the game will pick them out for you as soldiers or VIPs, depending upon how you customize them. So that's pretty cool stuff. As it's pretty obvious, I've been busy. We're going to take these people along. Jane Kelly is out because she is wounded, so she's going to be out for a little while. So Rookie Tam is going to have to fill in the gap here. Let's get to it. Okay, my game just kind of locked up a little bit. Stutter, stutter, stutter. There we go.
Sky Ranger deployed.
The squad is ready to deploy on your order, Commander.
All right.
We've got a prime opportunity here to disrupt the aliens' progress on their latest operation. Intel suggests Advent is moving a secure data vault through this area.
Starting to chug a little bit here.
The information it's carrying is critical to the aliens' efforts. We are moving to secure the train, eliminate all hostile contacts, and recover the assets.
Alright, so there we go. Thank you very much for joining me. Join us next time for Operation Stormwalk. Until then, I'm that Catholic Gamer Dude, and I'll see you next time.